somebody in a Honda, somebody in a minivan. Yo, people in minivans don't care about nothing. Like, they don't care about nothing, people in minivans. It's either a Honda, a minivan, a lady, or like a elderly person. God forbid it's a older lady driving a Honda minivan. Just get off the road. Just pull over and park until they're like 10 miles away from you. Yeah, I can't.
People cannot stop talking. The whispers are everywhere, moving from phone screens to group chats, from comment sections to late-night conversations between friends. The rumor mill is spinning so fast that it feels impossible to keep up. Right now, many believe Papoose may have found his way back into Claressa's good graces. Just a short time ago, she sounded tired, unsure, and weighed down by something heavy she could not easily explain. Her voice carried the kind of sadness that comes from feeling lost, like someone walking in circles without seeing a clear path forward. She spoke openly about how her training camp was the only place where her mind felt calm. Inside those walls, surrounded by gloves, sweat, and the steady rhythm of hard work, she said she could finally breathe. That space became her safe zone, the one place where the noise of the outside world faded away and her heart felt steady again. Then, almost overnight, everything changed. Her energy shifted. Her tone became lighter. The heaviness that once clung to her words seemed to disappear. Fans noticed the switch right away. One day, she sounded hurt and confused. The next, she looked like someone who had decided to move forward as if nothing had gone wrong. That kind of quick turn does not go unnoticed in the public eye. People started asking questions. Some shared theories. Others simply watched closely, waiting to see what would happen next. There were no fresh photos or new videos to explain what caused this sudden change. Still, people close to the situation claimed something important was happening behind closed doors. The silence between Claressa and Papoose felt louder than any public statement. The tension, even from a distance, was easy to sense. It felt like a moment balanced on the edge, where one wrong step could send everything tumbling. At the same time, attention shifted toward Remy's recent posts. Short captions that once seemed playful or harmless were suddenly being read in a new light. A line about buying for someone else and yourself now sounded like a hidden message instead of a casual thought. Every word became a puzzle. Fans turned into detectives trying to figure out who those posts were really meant for. Then an old video of Remy resurfaced. The timing was almost too perfect. It appeared around the same moment Papoose arrived in New York, which made people pause and look twice. Even if the clip was not new, the fact that it showed up right then felt planned. Someone had to search for it, pull it from wherever it had been sitting, and share it again. Once it hit social media, it spread fast.
You understand? They're not gonna have you out here being called a side bitch, a mistress, or any of these other things, and making you think they're telling you the truth. And that, well, let me guess. I'm keeping my daughter away. I would never, and let me be clear, I would never, ever. My lawyer will tell you guys, I don't want full custody. The custody is joint down the middle.
Flooded in. Debates broke out. The drama grew. The clip became another piece of a story that already felt crowded with questions and half-answers. Behind the scenes, people quietly said Claressa was far from happy. On the surface, she tried to stay calm and composed, but those close to her claimed there was a lot of frustration beneath that smooth exterior. What seemed to bother her most was what happened every time Papoose traveled to New York. According to the talk going around, he would suddenly go silent. He told her he was busy with work, handling business, and staying focused. But the long gaps without calls or messages made her uneasy. Silence has a way of creating its own stories, and her mind began to fill in the blanks. When he finally returned, the tension showed up right away. Claressa started connecting the dots. The whispers she had heard, the posts she had seen online, the stories people kept sending her. All of it began to line up in a way that did not feel good. None of it sat right with her heart. Sources claimed Papoose went with her to training and acted like everything was normal. He joked. He smiled. He stayed close as if nothing had ever gone wrong. Later, he followed her back home and tried to calm her down. He told her it was all just noise. Rumors. people looking for attention and drama. This time, though, she did not fully believe him. The timing felt too perfect. The quiet trips, the sudden posts, the strange videos. It all seemed to line up in a way that felt planned instead of natural. Something inside her told her to trust her instincts. Then things took another turn. Photos and videos of Remy began spreading again, and one short clip caught everyone's attention. In it, she was trying on a fur coat. In the background, a man's voice could be heard. Many people swore it sounded exactly like Papoose. The internet exploded. Comments poured in. Some laughed. Others argued. A few demanded answers. Papoose claimed the voice was not real. He said it was created by artificial intelligence. That explanation alone sent social media into a frenzy. People started debating what could and could not be trusted anymore in a world where technology could copy faces, voices, and even entire moments. After that, Claressa's tone shifted again. One moment, she talked about finding peace at her boxing camp, about feeling closer to God when she was focused on her training. The next moment, she snapped at the same fans who had been supporting her. She called
coworkers keep coming right here with some silverware for everybody.
So usually Papoose is there.
Oh yeah, he gets this.
called people foolish. She said everyone was too blind to see that the pictures and clips were fake. Insiders believed Papoose's words might have pushed her back into seeing things his way. Now those watching from the outside began to worry. The story kept getting deeper and more complicated with each passing day. As the drama grew, people started breaking everything down step by step, trying to make sense of what felt like a growing mystery. Their focus turned to Papoose. Some fans began running his name through number patterns, claiming it connected to the numbers 87 and 33. To them, these numbers were not random. They believed they pointed to something hidden, something beneath the surface that most people could not see. Online, people acted like full-time investigators. They paused videos. They read comments carefully. They compared timelines. Every detail mattered. Every small move was analyzed. The feeling was that this story had crossed a line. It was no longer just strange. It felt like something important was waiting to come out. Then came the talk about what the number 87 meant. The first word people mentioned was spy. That alone sparked endless discussion. Some wondered if someone was watching quietly, collecting information, moving in the background without being noticed. Another word that appeared was fallout, which suggested a major moment could be approaching. People debated where the explosion would happen. Would it be between Papoose and Remy? Or between Papoose and Claressa? Some even thought the real clash had not revealed itself yet. Other words tied to the same number included fame and nuke. Fans said fame felt especially important. Claressa had worked hard for respect and recognition in her career. She had fought for every win, every headline, every moment of attention. Some believed Papoose was also chasing visibility, trying to stay relevant in an industry that moves on quickly. Rumors about trouble in his marriage kept spreading. People talked about money stress. They talked about emotional distance. They talked about a growing gap between what was shown in public and what might be happening in private. Some even claimed Papoose had been spending time with someone who had more influence and more resources. That idea added fuel to the fire. True, people said this was not just about betrayal. It was about protecting an image. It was about building a future, even if it meant leaving someone else hurt along the way.
That's just true, man. None of it, all of that was fugazi. I come from a big family. Like if you really follow me and you're not just around for the gossip, you see my daughter, you see my sisters, you see my mother, you see so many beautiful women in my life who love me to death.
Claressa, meanwhile, continued working hard to protect her name. Her reputation mattered deeply to her. She had built her career on discipline, strength, and focus. Papoose, according to whispers, was networking behind the scenes, trying to climb higher in the industry. With divorce not being openly discussed, the tension only grew stronger. Everyone watched closely, trying to figure out who was really in control. Then the story took another strange turn. People began whispering that Claressa may have played a bigger role in Papoose's divorce than anyone expected. Some said that if he truly wanted to walk away, she was ready to help cover the legal costs herself. The story going around was that she cared so deeply she did not even think twice about money. If he told her he could not afford lawyers, many believe she would have stepped in without hesitation. That raised another question. Did she offer and he refused? Or were Papoose and Remy both moving in ways no one fully understood? Street Talk claimed Remy pulled the divorce papers back at the last moment, which only added more confusion. Once again, the number theories returned. Fans said the number 87 connected to the word sneaky. That made people wonder what might be happening behind closed doors. Another phrase that appeared was old age, which some took as a sign that Papoose and Remy were playing a long game. The idea was that they moved slowly and quietly, staying in control while keeping their names in the spotlight. Many believed they had mastered a patient strategy, like a slow hustle that never rushed but always landed on its feet. To some, it felt like a chess match where most people could only see half the board. Then came another word, ultimate fighter. People tied it directly to Claressa. She was known for her strength and her refusal to give up. Fans said it felt like the numbers were calling her out, describing her as someone who kept pushing forward no matter how hard things became.
That's in my friends and my family is called Memorial Weekend, not Memorial. So I think I'm gonna spend Memorial Weekend with my new battle rap family and introduce some more of them to you guys. Yeah? It's gonna be cool. Y'all gonna love it.
Another word that surfaced was Truman, which reminded many of the movie where the main character slowly realizes his entire world is fake. Friends, daily life, and even simple moments are part of a carefully built illusion. Some viewers said Claressa might be going through something similar. They believed she could be surrounded by people who smiled at her face while working against her behind the scenes. This idea made many uneasy. The story started to feel less like a rumor and more like a movie. Love mixed with money, loyalty tangled with fame, trust tested by whispers of manipulation. Some said every move felt planned, like every moment was carefully placed. The number patterns were not only being linked to Claressa, they were also tied back to Papoose. One phrase that appeared was number of the beast, which sounded dark and unsettling. Another word, soul, hinted at something deeper, as if the situation went beyond surface-level drama. The word retire kept appearing alongside old age. People read that as a sign that Papoose might stay in the game for a long time. The thought was that he would keep moving quietly in the background, maintaining his image while making private moves, until he decided to step away on his own terms. Then came the talk about his real name. Some records listed him as Shemu Mackey. Others claimed his first name was Willie. When fans ran the full name Willie Shyamil Mackey through their number system, they said it connected to a phrase suggesting someone skilled in deception. That idea raised eyebrows. People online said the energy around him felt shaky, almost unreal. Whether the patterns meant anything or not, many agreed they no longer felt random. As the story grew, new phrases appeared. Ritual blood sacrifice was one that sent shockwaves. People questioned what it could mean and who it might point to. Most ruled out Remy. They doubted it pointed at Papoose, especially since old age kept appearing next to his name. Another phrase, Mark is a hidden hand, made people think of someone pulling strings behind the scenes. The name Rockefeller Foundation sparked talk about power, influence, and secret connections. Mark stayed undefeated, made fans think of Claressa again. Ultimate Champion appeared, tying back to her once more. Then came the name Camille Mackey. When people
Flowers too. Oh man, my mother, and my father. Rest in peace to my uncle who died from COVID not too long ago. My cousin, you know what I'm saying, we grew up more like brothers. Also took Claressa Shield. She's accomplished things that nobody.
people ran it through their number system, it landed on 105. The word tsunami appeared. That made people nervous. A tsunami is loud, powerful, and impossible to ignore. Another word, touchdown, suggested arrival and impact. Under the same number, people saw references to sudden money shifts, hidden groups, and even words like demise and death. The word Gemini appeared, and fans pointed out that MO3 was a Gemini too. Then the word bride surfaced. Claressa had recently hinted at marriage, which made people pause. Batman appeared, which some saw as a symbol of endings. Meanwhile, Claressa's behavior continued to shift. One day calm and spiritual, the next day sharp and defensive. Some fans began stepping back. They said it was hard to keep defending someone who seemed to turn on her own supporters. The rise of artificial intelligence made everything harder to trust. Photos and videos could be questioned. Even Claressa admitted she did not know what was real anymore. People said Papoose kept telling her everything online was fake, that others were trying to sabotage her image. More numbers appeared. Internet and computer matched the same patterns. 666 and 33 showed up, which people tied to chaos. Then the number 175 entered the picture. Babylon the Great appeared. The word bed showed up. Fans linked it to a video of Claressa bringing food to Papoose. Order out of chaos followed. The city of Houston kept appearing. The word fate showed up. The name Madonna appeared, adding another layer of mystery. Fans began comparing the story to what happened with MO3. They pointed.
As a partner, I had to learn to not be so overprotective and allow her to go out there and do her thing and just support her decision. Like I said, sometimes when you love a person, you're always constantly giving advice, trying to stop them from doing things. But she told me to just stand back and just support my decision.
Out how contracts, attention, and money followed after his passing. They asked who really benefits when chaos takes over. Claressa, they noticed, was signing deals and landing sponsorships nonstop. Cameras followed her. Headlines tracked her every move. It felt like she was living inside a movie. But behind the bright lights, the same question remained. Who is truly gaining from all this noise? As the story continues, people are watching closely. Some believe this is the rise of something new. Others fear it is the setup for something darker. Either way, one thing feels certain. This story is far from over. And whatever comes next, it will be loud, public, and impossible to ignore.